All right, so I hope that for this time of when you had a time when we reconnected, I hope that you looked in your books and you can answer now, what is the function of stomata? What is the function of stomata? What is the function of stomata? Page 26, guys. Page 26. Have a look and give me the answer. What is the function of stomata? Chayam, what is the function of stomata? Can you see my screen? Can you read?
Yes.
What is the function of stomata, Chayam?
To allow gases so as carbon dioxide and oxygen and water
Vapor to move into and out the leaf. That's right. So through the stomata, the leaf can breathe. Yeah, the function of these cells called stomata is to allow gases like carbon dioxide, because the plant needs carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, right? To make food, plant needs carbon dioxide. That's why the stomata, when it's open, it's like we inhale, right? Inhale, breathe. So when we breathe in, yes, same like plant, breathe in through stomata. We breathe in through nose and our mouth, right? We use our nose and our mouth to breathe, but the plant leaves, actually the leaves, inside the leaves, they have same openings. They call stomata to breathe, which allows to breathe like inhale, but the plant inhales carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen, right? So, but we do differently. We do very differently. We inhale oxygen, but exhale carbon dioxide. Yeah. So the human inhale oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide. But the plant inhale carbon dioxide, exhale oxygen. Yeah, so differently. For breathing, the plant uses stomata for breathing. Yeah, for breathing. That's why to allow gases such as carbon dioxide and oxygen go in and out the plant. Yeah, that this one is the function of stomata. And also just water, to vapor the water, right? To vapor the water. Okay, good. And the Gour cell, the openings and closing stomata is controlled by Gour cell. Yeah, for example, stomata also play an important role in transpiration. Transpiration is the loss of water from plants as water vapor, right? So transpiration, it's the loss of water. This is a process, transpiration, but the Gour cells, they control this process, right? When, for example, it's very dry, the Gour cell closed because they want to keep water inside the plant. When it's raining or wet weather, the Gour cells are opened to get more water. Yeah, to get more water. So this one is the function of stomata and Gour cells. They work together very close. It's one system. It's one system. Okay, good. So, and finally, let's repeat the components of a flower. First of all, what is the function of flower? What is the function of flower?
Reproduce.
Yes, that's right. The main function of a flower is to reproduce. Yes. And the flower, it's a very complicated system. It's not so easy. It's very complicated system, right? It has many different parts, many different components. Okay, let's repeat the components or the parts of the flower. Let's repeat. So how do we call these colorful leaves of a flowers? How do we call this part of a flowers?
Petal.
Petal, that's right, petal. The flower itself, right, the petals could be yellow, could be red, could be pink, so different, could be red, yeah, so different colors. The plant, the petals attract insects, yeah, petals attract insects. They have very nice smell and they are very soft and very nice, the petals. Very good. So the petal. How do we call these small tiny green leaves on the bottom of the flower?
Sepal.
Sepal. Very good. Sepal. The function of sepals are the outermost ring of a flower. Yeah, so when we look at rose flower, you see the sepals, they provide supports for petals, yeah, for bud. When the flower, while it is still bud, yeah, it's not opened yet, yeah, so the sepals, they make this function to hold this bud, yeah, to hold this bud. Like root provides support to the plants, but the sepals provide support for petals, for flower itself. Yeah, they have very important function. Okay, good. Good. All right. So, and also we have how do we call them male gametes and female gametes. Yeah, male gametes and female gametes. So what are the male part of a flower? How do we call the male part of a flower? We call it stamen. Yes, the stamen. So the stamen, it's a male part of a flower, stamen. The stamen has two parts. Which are they? What are these? What is this? This one. What filament. Is this? Filament. Yes. So the filament and anther. Anther. Yes. This small yellow part. If you touch the anther, you will get a small powder, yellow powder on your fingers, right? The anther. Good. So the filament and anther, these are the parts of male gametes. The male gametes system, the male system in the flower called stamen. All flower boys, the flower boy, yeah, as I told you, we have flower girls and flower boys. Yeah, so the different gender, the flower has different gender as well, like we are humans. As we have boys and girls, the flowers same, they have boys and girls. Yeah, so if the flower is a boy, yeah, if a flower is a boy, the boy flower has stamen. The boy flower has stamen. The stamen contains filament and anther. Yes. So, and let's let's tell the for what do we have, for what do we need anther. Anther contains pollen grains. Pollen grains is powder, yellow powder when you touch flower. And these pollen grains, which bees, right? So bees, they need these pollen grains to eat, yeah? So to transfer from flower to flower for pollination, for the process called pollination. Okay, good. The anther contains pollen grains, and that they're usually yellow in color and looks like powder when you touch them, yeah? But filament, the function of filament is to hold the anther. You see, that one is the filament. Filament holds the anther, yeah? It's like a stalk and the stalk or stem is the anther. Okay, so, and both of them called stamen, yeah, the male garment, male reproductive part. And let's talk about flower girls. Yeah, so the girls, because the flowers are boys and girls as well. What are how do we call the female reproductive part? How do we call the female reproductive part? How do we call the female reproductive part? Here, guys. How do we call it? How do we call the female reproductive part? If the boys, they have stamen, which has two parts, filament and anther. Yes, the girls have pistil. Very good. The girls have pistil. Flower girls have pistil. Yeah, but pistil has many parts. What are the parts of a pistil? Tell me. Yes, what are the parts of a pistil?
Stigma.
Stigma. Yes, stigma. It's a very sticky, like glue. Yes, stigma, like glue, very sticky. Stigma sticks pollen grains, right? It sticks pollen grains, the male garments. Okay, or male gametes. Okay, so stigma, what else? Style. Good. Stigma, style, and ovary. And ovary. Yeah, and ovary. These are the parts of pistil, and pistil is a female reproductive part. Yeah, and inside the ovary we have ovules, right? So ovules, these small cells like ovules. Yeah, from ovules later, from ovules, first it's like ovules, like small babies. Yeah, small babies inside the ovary. After that, these ovules, they become seeds. Yeah, after that, the ovules, they become seeds or fruit, or just the seeds inside the fruit. Yeah, so that these ovules. Yes, it's quite complicated, but you're in grade 4 already and you have to know that. And you have to read about it and learn about it and to get more information, because in grade 5, it's gonna be much complicated, more complicated, not so easy. Yes, and a lot of new words, of course. Okay, and the stigma is a sticky surface at the tip of the pistil. Yeah, it traps the pollen grains. The style supports stigma, right? So style is like a stem for stigma, like the filament supports anther, same the stigma, style supports stigma. And the ovary has ovules which contain female gametes, female cells. All right, so unfortunately, we don't have time to do this. What have I learned about plants? But yeah, I think that next time we will do this, because my plan was to finish this one as well, but you just not so active, you are quite lazy, that's why we don't have enough time to do this. All right, so it was your homework. As I remember, it was your homework, and I will check it and I will see if it's right or wrong, everything what you did here. And for your homework, for science homework, I will send you the science quiz. The science quiz. I prepared it already, and you have to complete the science quiz. And I will give you, and these scores I will record, and these scores are very important for your term scores. Yeah, for your term scores. Please do your best. Use your books, use all knowledge which you obtained during these lessons, and do your best to finish this quiz. Okay, do you have any questions, guys?
No.
No? If everything is clear, and so I hope that you learned a lot about plants. All right, so then your homework, I will say for your homework, I will send you a quiz. And if you don't have any questions, so then take a rest. And after 10 minutes, we have math lesson with you. Okay, so then see you in 10 minutes. Okay, goodbye, guys. See you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take a rest. Take a rest.
Goodbye.
Bye.